First things first, this morning I'm realizing how much stuff that we have around this. This is right here is why we are looking for another Sully. If you see, it's like his security blanket. He carries this Sully everywhere with him, and it's just starting to look really gross. That is the Sully that we keep replacing, if you were wondering. Anyways, I'm noticing how much stuff in this house currently is not listed anywhere. So we are not going to go thrifting today because we definitely don't need more stuff that needs to be listed. I've already taken pictures of this vintage Peanuts poster before my dogs freaking ruin it because I've already stepped on it a couple times. You can see the little dents. This thing looks hand freaking painted, although I don't think it is. It might be. It's from the 60s. Found it in one of those old abandoned houses that we were clearing out for that company. We still haven't been back to clear out the other one. I have no idea what's going on with the squatters that were living there. I don't know. We'll let you know once we know. But I'm going to get this listed, and we did sell a couple things online. We sold 2 things on eBay, and technically 3 things on Etsy, but we'll get to that in a second. This baby doll we garbage picked. Now, baby dolls in general, I don't typically mess with. But if they're the real lifelike ones, check on the back of the neck. Sometimes they are signed, which this one is. Right there. It is a vintage 1990s. Hold on, I gotta look this up because I'm gonna definitely butcher this. Max Zapf, Z-A-P-F. And it is worth, you know, a little bit of money. Not a huge amount of money. But sold it for $20 plus the cost of shipping. So we did okay on that one. And then we also sold this coffee grinder. We picked this up for $3 at a garage sale over the summer and sold it for $24.99. It is, I believe, German, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it is German. I put it in the ad, in the listing title. It is vintage. It does work. It's in pretty good condition. Yeah. $3, sold it for $24.99. And those are the 2 items that we sold on eBay. Now we can hop over to Etsy and I'll explain why we only have 2 items on the table, but yet technically we sold 3 items. This was the last thing that we sold over on Etsy. Problem lies in the fact that I'm pretty sure we already sold this on eBay months ago. If you guys remember for certain, let me know. But I'm pretty sure that this is already gone. We cannot find it. And when I tried to look it up on eBay, it's no longer there. When I Googled the title for this, it says that it was removed or no longer available. So I'm thinking that we already sold this one. And that somehow, it just didn't get deleted off Etsy, which, knowing myself as I do, is definitely something I would do. So I have to refund this person and just send them a note that I'm pretty sure this has already been sold. Whoops. So we will move on to the Boopy ashtray. This is vintage. I picked up 3 of them, but I'm listing them one at a time so I don't get confused on which one sells. So I actually have 2 more up here that I'm going to list one at a time, like I just said. One of these will probably get listed today once I ship out this one that sold on Etsy. There's no damage. I picked them up, I think, for $3 a piece at a Salvation Army. I've sold this specific type of ashtray numerous times. It's the only one that I can say for certain that sells for me. I don't know why ashtrays just don't sell for me, except for this specific glass Boopy vintage ashtray. Picked it up for $3, sold it for $20. I'm super okay with that. And last but not least, we sold this cactus rain stick on Etsy. It is 37 inches long. It's going to be a pain in the butt to ship. We had this in our antique booth for almost a year. We had it in there mid-February is when we put this in the antique booth, and it just didn't move. I had a $25 price tag on it, and it's just sat there. So we ended up, we're kind of rotating stuff slowly from our antique booth and trying to sell them in other categories. This did not sell at the booth, so we brought it home with us last time we were out there. I stuck it on Facebook Marketplace, didn't have any luck there either, and ended up selling it on Etsy for 30 bucks. So, plus the cost of shipping. We're gonna get this stuff boxed up. I'm gonna refund the guy that I screwed up on and sold him something I already sold to somebody else on eBay, because that just, it happens sometimes. And then we'll just bring you along. We're not entirely sure what we're doing with the rest of our day. Rich is actually running across the street for potentially a seat, a secondary seat for the bus. The neighbors got 2 bucket seats with the hardware and all that, I don't really know, but could potentially work for a secondary seat in the front of the bus. So he's gonna go run and grab them, and we'll just see. And while he's over there grabbing those, I should probably get some work done, because I haven't today. I got the poster listed this morning, and then we had to go run errands. We shipped everything out. This we bought like 2 weeks ago, and I still haven't got it listed yet. So everything works. Rich has tested it. He wiped it all down. As you can see, it looks pretty nice. Looks real nice. I think we paid like 12 bucks for it. I plan on listing it for 70, so I'm gonna do that right now before I lose ambition to do it again. Rich is back, boombox is listed. I wanna check these seats out, see what he's talking about. So, I'm not sure I like them. I'm gonna be honest. They don't have seat belts, but they do have the brackets to bolt them to the floor. We have seat belts, but I mean, realistically, do I want to take the time to have to deal with all that when we could potentially get something from like a junkyard? I don't know. I feel like I need to see it in the bus. Did we even show you guys this? How cute, huh? I love this thing. I know it's on our Instagram, but if you want to follow Bus Life Instagram stuff, it's ahead of the rear view. At ahead of the rear view if you really want to be super fancy about it. But anyway, I need to see the inside of this bus. Still kind of smells like paint in here. So the seat would go here, potentially, realistically. I don't know. Now that I'm looking at the space, I mean, it would kind of be in the right space. I could kick my feet up on the engine cover thing. We also got an awesome gift card from a friend of mine that is for the furring strips on the floor. So once we get our act together and we can go buy the furring strips, we'll be able to put those down. Thanks, Nicole. He's such a good dude. I just really want to see what it looks like. I just don't know. I can't make up my mind. There would still be plenty of a walkway through here with the seat. The seat doesn't really protrude past the line to where, like, anything past this mark is living space. I'm not exactly sure what we would do with the secondary seat. Probably just scrap it or something. I don't know. I mean, I get a good view. The view's kind of nice. I do feel like I'm up in the front of the vehicle with you. Although the bus is going to be really loud.
Yeah, I don't know.
Secondary seat is going to be a whole thing with us yelling at each other over the engine. Maneuvering around this is really the only part that I'm super like meh about. But I don't mind the seat. The seat's pretty, you can see my butt print. Seat's pretty comfortable. So there's that.
That can be.
It does, you know, fit. So there's that. I just cannot wait until the day this bus is done and we can move in, and it's all just a financial thing. If we had the money, this thing would be done by now, but whew, Christmas, bus life, house life is just, it's a lot. It takes a lot of money. I'll tell you what, I keep saying it, but I really should pull these candy canes out right now, take pictures, and post them online before I come up with any more excuses. I believe this is going to end up being the last thing I post today. Thank God I stuck those blow molds up. I already got them pending pickup for $35, 9:30 in the morning. We'll see if that works out. It's Facebook Marketplace, you never know. I just noticed that that was on there. I didn't know that was there before. But overall, this is in good condition. I believe we got this from the Goodwill bins. Oh my gosh, it's madness here. Complete madness. We're just singing to the dog. The dog's barking. It's a whole thing. But this isn't worth a ton of money. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we grabbed this from the Goodwill bins. I'm going to list it for like $6 porch pickup, Facebook Marketplace, and see what happens. Hopefully we get rid of it. The dog chairs. The Moo Man and his Sully. He goes everywhere with his Sully. Don't ya? Get your Sully? Yeah, you got him. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out today. We'll see you soon. Bye.